pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now Wentz. Got a man. It's the rookie, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
To throw again on second down. Wentz over the middle, complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They run with Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Wentz. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down. That his first incompletion after a 4 for 4 start.
Yeah, but they shouldn't back off from what they're doing. I like the play calling right out of the gate. I like the tone that they're setting. Keep going in that direction.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Running with Howard. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now, Pat O'Donnell, he's in familiar territory. Did his collegiate punting in this stadium for the University of Miami. He's on to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come. Great 57. Twist. Mike, check. 59. Hey, come on, oh. 25, check. Let's go. Great. Mike's 59.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. This is caught. That one goes for 30 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Push him back.
Throwing now is Wentz. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taking on the midfield logo. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 41 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
120! Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Come on, baby.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Gonna let one fly for Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now wins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Ertz has it left side. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Wentz again. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point splits the uprights. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, it's Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Sanders has got it complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Wentz going to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Fighting him off. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead.
It got his man, complete, past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 81 yards as the Bears push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
They go with Howard again. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. To throw, it's Wentz. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's fourth.
It's fourth down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Hey, Haywood. 58 to Mike, 58. Ready?
They're going to try and throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Hey.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 20. And up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll keep it on the ground. Howard has the first down and then some, as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out. Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play. From just shy of midfield, Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense. And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
And it's third down.
Ready. 30 base. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hit it.
Throwing on third down, Daniel. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
To throw is Wentz. And his pass incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong, you know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. Which I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 11 yards there, first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even.
There ain't no time, is it? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch it, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I got